Connor Chapman. How much steadier has the Melbourne City defence looked since Connor Chapman started playing regularly. Melling the way down the right, corner for the home team.
take those chances or be more ruthless and force the situation, they leave themselves exposed to a moment of magic, such as we just saw from Sydney.
Jamison has collected.
Great defending from Perth Glory. Vukovic there to save and then release Sydney.
Now looking for Jago, it came off Risdon, and then subsequently Kramar. We might see the return of Mitch Nichols today, Andy, but after training this week with the Glory, he's left back in Western Australia, but will probably be available for their next thing. Rolls it into the path of Pablo Sanchez. Now with Palanca. Should be Kramar's. Showed a little bit too much of it to Sanchez. Throw in Adelaide. Palanca. Had the instructions from the Perth. Transition a bit slow for Perth. Still got the ball.
Well, they'll be happy for the possession. In the meantime, a little bit of a back on their heels.
Sanchez, whose goal still divides the teams, upended. Another football by the Reds. Oh, beautifully found, Jago. Well, that's good defending in the end from Josh Risdon, who just nipped in on the blind side. Adelaide worked it tremendously well. Tripon perhaps regroup at the break. Angled in towards Palanca, top of the D. So we move into 2 minutes of added time. It's not a bad release. Keogh will...
Now, since round 5, as you report, it's not the sort of thing you want to give up with a whimper. And I'm expecting a 180-degree turnaround from Perth Glory from that first half outing. And then Harold dropped into the right fullback position. So good swivelling in defence by Perth to nullify that passing, or that singular pass that has caused them so much trouble in the first half. It's leaving the one in the first half, but a good chance nonetheless.
Simon Malik, who's out of contract at season's end. Vukovic. Rone launches it long. Met by Kramar. Furio waiting for it to drop. Karuska had a lash at it. And this is Tarek El.
To Adelaide, the contest is well in the balance.
Isaias flipping it forward, looking for Patrick Pablo Sanchez. Belted forward by Vukovic. Mobile, oh, that's clever. Not quite clever enough. Kramar read it. Good cover provided for his fullback Jamison. Give him an option. Drifts inside instead. Laid off by Jago. Isaias. Little scoop forward on a slip which could have been fatal for Scott Jamison. He managed to get back on his feet.
Harold, who still after all these years, I don't think fully appreciates the pace differential between he and his opponents. He had so much time then to really hurt Adelaide with a dribble deep into...
Back with Elrich. Everybody bar Keogh behind the ball for Perth. Oh, and was that a hand? Ben Williams says no. Joseph Gombau was out of his seat. Hey, Andy Keogh. His quality though, he wouldn't rule him out popping up with a late winner. Ben Williams to bring them back. Tried to let only Brisbane in the winner's circle at the moment. Unless Adelaide can perhaps pinch something here. Isaias held up by Kramar. Good sliding challenge.
Beautiful.
Trying to dart through 2 defenders, but they've been pretty good about their work. Second half, Perth defensively. Glory going to make a late change in a moment. Ball's got to go out of play first. Here's Thirio. Could he win it for the Reds? Good challenge again by Kramar. That's two really important interventions
in the second 45 minutes. Well, you probably demand it if you're a Glory fan.
Absolutely demanded if you're Kenny Lowe as well. Both sides would be very disappointed with how they played. Seem to be happy with the scoreline. Both.
Swung in from this left-hand side, straight down the throat of Janjetovic. Petkovic. Now Dimitrijevic. Big layoff from Janko. It's a crucial interception from Kramar, the debutant.
Vukovic would have been furious, such a fearsome competitor as a player. Really allowed Danny Vukovic the time to be able to get out and make that interception a little bit quicker. Vukovic would have been no for Sydney FC. Graham Arnold perhaps sensing the Perth Glory are there for the taking. Tavares with a more measured approach, just happy to sit in behind.
Dimitrijevic. Here's Dennis Kramar.
Two stoppers deal with him and push your fullbacks right on, see what problems you can cause Sydney in those wide areas.
Jamison's free kick. Here's Thwaite. Clean up the line. No, it hasn't. It's gone in. Perth Glory are back in business. Perth Glory right back in this. Sydney FC hanging on for dear life. 9-man Sydney FC time. So for the moment, Sydney, of course, down to 8 players with Janko off the field getting treatment.
Kramar.
Here's a beanie. Grant on the overlap. The inevitability now of this result. O'Neill's corner. Won by Kramar. Back in there from Keogh. Chance here for McLaren. Loops his header onto the crossbar. From his team, but the effects of a result like this for Sydney FC could be profound in terms of their season. You come all this way, you've ended up playing, just rolling along beautifully. Such a strong team at home had found how to win away. And suddenly, not playing particularly well.